In a world where decisions have results, Chamath gives you a deep understanding that can turn your shares into a fortune-making mine. Let us look into the interesting fields of venture capital, new ideas, and Tesla's ability to change the world. People now associate the name Chamath Palihapitiya with projects that could change the game. It is well known that he is friends with Elon Musk, who is the man behind Tesla. Even more interesting is his unwavering faith in Tesla stock, which goes against what most people think. Why are your 2 Tesla shares now worth millions of dollars? So that its new engine can work. That's the question Chamath asked in one of his most recent talks. It's not just about the present, it's also about the future, the unknown paths AI may take, and the prospects it holds. Kindly click the like button, sign up for Tesla Stock News, and join the conversation in the comments section below. We are going to solve the secrets that might change the way you think about Tesla before we get to the shocking facts. This isn't just a guess from a dedicated fan. Chamath has a great track record and works at the interface of technology and business. His understanding of market dynamics and global trends, along with his years of experience, back up what he says. Chamath thinks that Tesla is doing more than just making electric cars. They have to do with a big shift in how people think about energy use and ecology. His view is that this change is just the beginning of a bigger shift in which companies like Tesla are leading the way and altering not only our way of life, but also whole industries. It's hard to hear Chamath's voice over all the market predictions and economic talk. It's an urgent reminder to look beyond the present and picture a future where innovation and responsibility work together to create value and change that have never been seen before. He shows that the future is more than just energy. Get ready for something really cool that Chamath said on CNBC's halftime report. The world's energy grid is about to go through a huge change that will cost trillions of dollars. Because of this, Tesla will become more valuable as long as these set norms stay on the edge. Chamath looks at this complicated fabric with a sharp eye, shedding light on the contradictions that run through our current energy debate. Massachusetts, New York, and California, he says, are great examples of progressive states that encourage people to live in an eco-friendly way. Under the surface of their talk about being eco-friendly, there are subtle conflicts. Even though the sun is good for you and the cost of using its power is going down, these states are seeing their energy costs go through the roof, which is a strange situation that needs to be looked into. Interestingly, customers have to deal with crippling bill hikes even when there are no energy production costs because of rising costs to maintain old infrastructure. Imagine that you had to plan out a whole data center before you could build an app. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? That's the complicated story that businesses, customers, and sectors are trying to figure out right now. As a ray of light, Tesla does appear somewhere in this complicated maze. The world's wealthiest people should fight climate change. Based on what Chamath said, Tesla is both an automaker and an energy producer. Power walls, solar panels, and cars are all changing the way we think about energy consumption. Wall Street experts disagree on how much Tesla's shares are worth, but Chamath calls for support for thinkers like Elon Musk, who are showing the way to a better, greener future for everyone. You don't want to miss anything on this brand new path to a healthy future. An in-depth look into the thoughts of inventors reveals that they are deeply interested in the rapidly changing field of renewable energy. Chamath asked himself out loud, why are we so quick to sell when success is just around the corner? He talked about how important trust is for innovation and paid special attention to business people who have always been at the forefront of changes around the world. Who would really risk going up against them? Sustainability isn't just a cool word, it's the key to our future. When Chamath thought about how the world was about to change to be more eco-friendly, he imagined a situation in which every homeowner became their own energy source. Picture a different world. Think about the wide views that are littered with homes in a wide range of settings, from large suburban communities to heavily populated urban complexes. Now picture a bright solar panel on top of each of these roofs. It's more than just a solar panel. It's a physical and symbolic sign of freedom and people taking control of their power. These 100 million homes used to only be users, but now they are their own small power plants. Homeowners no longer have to rely on big public energy companies for everything. They play an active role in the process of making electricity in this world. Many families' work has led to a huge patchwork of green energy sources, with each solar panel acting as a separate piece. Think about the bigger picture now. The 1,700 public utilities, which used to be unquestioned giants, are now up against a problem that has never been seen before. The centralized power system used to get its power from large power plants and send energy out like arteries from the heart. Now, many decentralized sources are competing with it. The process of making energy is no longer a one-way street where companies set the rules and control the flow. Instead, it turns into a live network that constantly sends and receives electricity between homes. This change not only changes how power is made, but it also changes the social and economic context. Since people can now make extra energy and sell it back to the grid, anyone can start their own business. The word energy security is defined in a new way. With the decentralized approach, thousands of people will not be left in the dark when the central system goes down. I think about the impact on the ecosystem as well. Greenhouse gas emissions drop by a huge amount when fossil fuels are replaced with alternative energy sources. The world is healthy, the air is better, and the sky is bigger. Things are different in this brave new world when it comes to power. It changes the story of how energy is made and used. 100 million homes are at the heart of this change. Each one is a sign of sustainability, independence, and hope for a future that is better for the environment. Before you say something about how unreliable the sun is, Chamath talks about how great modern solar technology is. These days, solar cells with UV bands can collect energy that can't be seen. This energy could power not only homes, but also huge companies like Google and Facebook. The story of Chamath helps us understand Clay Christensen's idea about how to bridge the gap in the life cycle of new goods. 3/5 of customers are early adopters who set the standard. These people are the risk takers and innovators who are driven by the hope of a better tomorrow and don't let doubters stop them. How can you make a net that is big enough to catch all of these consumers? The key is to find the right balance, either captivate people with a low price or amaze them with innovation so groundbreaking that the cost is barely noticeable. It's kind of like a piece of art by an artist. Either it's so common that everyone wants one, or it's so unique that it's worth every penny.